Today's 793rd day that I'm here to share lessons on learning. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams. Your goals allow you to become the person that you want to become. Last couple of days I was covering how to reflect on 2023. And we covered foundational things, but we covered behavior. The first day we covered what you need to avoid, and you double check, okay, how well you avoided. Yesterday we covered what you need to do and really what you did, what you didn't do. And today is the most important part. Really starts where really the most foundational things come in. And if we do not do that well, we end up stuck in one place. So today we'll share 10 things that we really need to reflect on for 2023 and in general, because we need to understand where we are at the moment and where we were in 2023. Because those are very, very important. I truly believe that today we'll get a lot of value from really understanding what is your identity first. Because all the behaviors is nice, but all the behaviors will fall into your identity and who you are. So we need to reflect who you were in 2003 and who you are at the moment. Because tomorrow we'll focus exactly if you know who you are, what you're able to do now to move forward. So number one is values and beliefs. Values and beliefs. So that means that when you think about yourself, so that means what kind of values you live by, what kind of beliefs you live by in 2003. And when you look into all the actions that you did, why you did those things, based on what kind of values and based on what kind of beliefs. So when you think about today, what kind of values do you have today? What kind of beliefs do you have today? Because when you think about identity, it's all about values. And of course, when we think about our values, our beliefs, we still need to act in according of our values, but still, first we need to understand those values and then reflect if you are acting in according of your values. So when you think about your 2003, so look into your values, how long you have those values, and did you do anything that is outside of your values, outside of the beliefs? Because it's very, very important to understand that when we think about our identity and our beliefs and our values, we need to ask not just what kind of values we have, but second, and even more important, did we live by those values? And really rate yourself. Because I know that we sometimes fall short. We say that something is important, we say that family is important, but we're looking to where your time and money and everything goes to, where your energy goes to. Number two is strengths and weaknesses. Strengths and weaknesses. It's very, very important to understand what is your strengths and what is weaknesses. And if you think about 2023, look, how often did you spend your time in your weakness and in your strength? How long did you spend in your weakness and your strength? Because when you look into your results of 2023, and when you asking why I didn't get enough results, and there's a high chance that you didn't get enough results because you were working in your weaknesses, not your strengths. Because you are strong in your strengths and you're weak in your weaknesses. And that's why when people spend 80% of the time in their weakness, they're not able to get any results whatsoever. So knowing your strengths and weaknesses are important. But again, working in those strengths and weaknesses and focusing on strengths is really even more important. So reflect on that. Number three is emotions and reactions. Emotions, reactions. This is a beautiful, beautiful reflection. So when you think about 2023, how many times you made emotional decisions? How many times you were triggered? How many times you had reactions that you didn't like? And how many times you had emotions that you loved, that you wanted more of those, and reactions that you really want more of those? Really list those emotions. List those bad emotions, negative emotions, triggers, what triggered you, what you're able to do to really prevent it. And when you think about all the emotions that were very, very positive, blissful, joyful, what was exactly happening? What kind of experience did you experience that you had those experiences, that you had those feelings, those emotions? Because we want to have more of those. So when you think of reflect for 2003, how big the list is of the emotions that you loved and emotions that you didn't like, what you're able to do to prevent, and what you're able to do to really increase the list of those. It's very, very important. Number four is life experiences. And when we think about life experiences in 2023, we need to ask, what kind of life experience shaped my beliefs, shaped my values, shaped my life, shaped my character, shaped my identity. So when you think about it, of course, there's 365 days. So that means there is a lot of experiences, potentially. But what are the most important life experiences where you transformed, you pivoted, you came out of your comfort zone, you challenged yourself, it shaped your character, it shaped your resilience, it shaped your beliefs and values. How many of those experiences did you have in last year in 2023? You need to list those, reflect on those, and take advantage of those experiences. Because sometimes we live by automatically and we forget that sometimes we need to do manual reflections to implement all the lessons, life experiences. Life experience brings lessons. But if you do not learn from them, you don't get improved. Number 5 is relationships. Relationships. We need to reflect on that. So that means if you care about relationships, that means that we need to ask ourselves, do we really value relationships, and how we value relationships, and what did you do to improve relationships? Because it's very important to understand that relationships is, of course, it could be a family relationship, friends, it could be with yourself. So what are the most important relationships in your life right now? And what was in 2023? And how many hours, how many days did you really show that? How many times did you prioritize building a relationship with yourself, with others, with family, with friends? And what did you do? Because it's very, very important to understand that if this is your value to build relationships, did you do in 2003 something related to that? Number 6 is passion, obsession, or interest. Passion, obsession, or interest. That means when you look into last year, did you have some passions? Did you have, like when you did something that is convenient? Did you have obsessions? That means that you persevered, you did action day by day. And some people say you're crazy, but you knew that this is exactly what you need to do. Or you had some interest, you were curious, but you didn't start anything. So did you have passions? You worked as a hobby that was very nice. Did you have obsession that you really pursued something with all you got? Or did you have some interest and you looked into and were curious about all multiple things, but you never started? You need to reflect on that. Because people who achieve great things, like they are obsessed about something, not interested, because most people who are interested just tip a toe and then they get out. If people have a hobby, they are not getting serious. They improve, get better. That's awesome, and it gets them joyful and blissful. But people who are obsessed, they get massive results. So did you have some obsessions in 2023 or not? Or are you looking forward to 2024 to really improve your obsession and move maybe interest to a hobby and then from hobby to obsession? Number 7 is self-care and well-being. Self-care and well-being. So that means, what do you value? Do you really create habits that could create emotional, mental well-being, to create state that potentially could allow you to achieve the things that you want? Because people say that is important, but when we look at your day schedule, what is in your habits? Does habits really show that you care about yourself? Show that you have self-care and well-being practices on a daily basis? It's very, very important, because when you have self-care and well-being practice in place, it's much, much easier to build energy to pursue everything else. Number 8 is goals and aspirations. Goals and aspirations. So what kind of goals and aspirations did you have for 2023? And what kind of goals you had for long vision? So did you pursue those goals and aspirations, or did you transfer to the next year? It's very important, because a lot of times we have a goal and that we delayed that goal, and we need to ask ourselves, is this goal is a wish or a goal or a dream? Like, where is that? Because people have a wish, they are, again, this is like interest, like they're curious. They have a dream, sometimes, okay, this is, I want, one day I'll start. And it's a goal, when so they have a start date, they have a plan, they have a strategy, and you go pursue and really do something about it. So did you pursue something? Did you have a plan regarding your goal? Or was a dream just one day to start? So when you think about 2003, to reflect, did you have wishes to really potentially think about, oh, it could have been nice to do that? Did you have the dream to really want, okay, this is exactly what to do, but I am planning, will get ready. Or did you have a goal, a strategy and plan and started executing? Maybe something didn't work as planned, but still you executed on that goal. Number 9 is mindset and attitude. So when you think about your 2003, what kind of overall mindset did you have? What kind of overall mindset? Like growth mindset and like every aspect of your mindset. Because we need to understand that what kind of beliefs do we have? What kind of mindset do we have? Because mindset is important. Of course, it's important. Because knowing that you will be able to persevere, you're able to go through tough days, but to make things happen will allow you to persevere and build resilience and build the courage. Because the courage and mindset is an amazing foundation. It's not everything. Because I know that people who do not have great mindset, but they execute, they get results. But they potentially could quit sooner or later. But people who have amazing mindset, they have resilience, they have the attitude. Now it's much, much easier to build a huge, massive house on top of that. And we need to reflect what kind of mindset we had 2003 and what kind of mindset we want to have moving forward. And the last one that I have on number 10 is self-image. Self-image. How you perceive yourself. So that when you think about 2003, how did you see yourself? Did you like yourself? Did you hate yourself? Did you love yourself? Did you appreciate yourself? Did you were grateful about yourself? How did you see yourself? What do you see yourself when you see in the mirror today? Did you admire yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you like yourself? Or do you always feel that you're never enough? Maybe you didn't apply for a job that you wanted. Maybe you didn't start the business that you wanted because you feel that you're not ready. You don't have the skills. You don't have something. You don't have the resources. You don't have everything. Or maybe you said, okay, I have everything what I need. I have, maybe you do not have the resources now, but I have belief, because belief is one of the most important resources. I have an energy that is the most important resource as well, because without energy is nothing. So when you have energy, courage, and belief, there's nothing could stop you from really making things happen. Courage, energy, and belief. Those 3 things could move you forward. So that means that when you think about self-image, we potentially could miss everything else. We could not have money, we don't have time, maybe we don't have the confidence, maybe we don't have competence. You can list so many things that you do not have. But if you have courage, you can build confidence, competence, and anything. If you have belief that you can do that, and you have energy, of course, everything is possible. So when you think about 2003, really look into what kind of image you had and what kind of image you have right now. And of course, now we will want to really pivot potentially that. We want to improve, get better, and really see ourselves in a better light. Because I know that I have struggled in 2003 as well with self-image. Like multiple things when things that doesn't go well, we have a tendency to internalize that. And I needed to learn that we need to learn how to internalize wins and challenges. We need to learn how to really be objective and learn lessons and really move forward. Really fail forward. And when I think that when we're able to have that positive self-image, it's much, much easier to learn the lessons that life sends to you. So today I really wanted to focus on the identity part and on what we did in last year, 2003, and where we are at the moment. And tomorrow I really want to focus what we're able to do for the next year, 2024, because it's very, very important to understand that who we are at the moment is very, very important as a starting point to really build something that we can really work tomorrow. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.